On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Ancestor.
A person from whom one is descended, a forefather.
Examples:
Ancestor language. Earliest human ancestor. My remote ancestor immigrated to the United States from Ireland in the 1800s.
Loaf.
A quantity of bread that is shaped and baked in one piece and usually sliced for serving. Verb, to be lazy or idle.
Examples:
Crusty loaf. Loaf around during the day. On my way home from work, I picked up a loaf of bread from the bakery.
Frontal.
Relating to the front, situated at or directed towards the front. Frontal can also refer to a meteorological term for a weather system that is moving from west to east.
Examples:
Frontal assault. Frontal attack. He suffered a severe frontal collision in the car accident.
Lobe.
A rounded projection or division, especially of the brain, lung, or liver.
Examples:
Lobe of the liver. Frontal lobe. The lungs are divided into 5 lobes.
Prefrontal.
In or about the foremost part of the frontal lobe of the brain.
Examples:
Prefrontal bone. Prefrontal region. Research shows that damage to the prefrontal cortex leads to increased aggression.
Overhaul.
A thorough examination, evaluation, or inspection of something, often with the intent of making necessary improvements, a major reorganization or restructuring of a system or process. Verb, to thoroughly examine, repair, and improve something to ensure that it is functioning properly and up to standard.
Examples:
Overhaul process. Vehicle overhaul. The mechanic suggested an overhaul of the engine to improve performance.
Marvelous.
Causing wonder or astonishment, excellent.
Examples:
Marvelous performance. Marvelous power. The view from the top of the mountain was marvelous.
Opposable.
Able to be placed opposite something else, especially to grip or hold it.
Examples:
Opposable claw. Opposable fingers. His opposable thumb allowed him to grasp objects with great precision.
Jerry.
A slang term referring to something that is improvised, makeshift, or of poor quality, jerry-rigged.
Examples:
Jerry-built foundation. Jerry-made toy. The jerry-rigged repair was only a temporary solution to the problem.
Contemplate.
To think about a possible future action or to think about something for a long time thoughtfully.
Examples:
Contemplate a marriage. Contemplated leaving school. I recently contemplated dropping out of school and getting a full-time job.
Paraplegia.
A form of paralysis that affects all or part of the lower body, typically caused by injury to the spinal cord or nervous system.
Examples:
Paraplegia treatment. Traumatic paraplegia. After his accident, he was left with paraplegia and had to use a wheelchair.
Startling.
Extremely surprising, astonishing, and sometimes worrying.
Examples:
Startling earthquake shocks. Startling discovery. He describes the story with startling reality.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Synthesize.
To combine a substance to make a more complex product or compound.
Examples:
Synthesize molecules. Synthesize information. The spider has the ability to synthesize multiple different silk proteins.
Adversity.
Difficulties or hardships that someone faces.
Examples:
Environmental adversity. Struggling with adversity. The team demonstrated great resilience in the face of adversity and won the game.
Invulnerable.
Incapable of being harmed, injured, or damaged, immune to attack or damage.
Examples:
Invulnerable fortress. Invulnerable reputation. The castle's thick walls made it invulnerable to enemy attacks.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Right.
A person who makes or repairs something, especially a craftsman or artisan who works with wood or metal.
Examples:
A car right. Aircraft right. She was a skilled right, able to craft intricate pieces of furniture.
Chairperson.
The officer who presides over organization meetings.
Examples:
Vice chairperson. The meeting elected a chairperson. The chairperson has the authority to approve or deny any request.
Resigned.
Having accepted something unpleasant or difficult, particularly a job or situation, without complaint or resistance, accepting one's fate or circumstances.
Examples:
With a resigned voice. Resigned to their fate. She had a resigned look on her face when she realized that she had lost the race.
Disgrace.
A loss of respect, honor, or dignity, a state of shame or public humiliation, an action or behavior that is seen as immoral or unacceptable. Verb, to bring shame, dishonor, or discredit upon someone or something.
Examples:
disgrace our family name. Political disgrace. The government's failure to address the poverty issue was a disgrace to their leadership.
Republican.
A person who supports or advocates for a particular form of government, typically one that has an elected head of state rather than a monarch, a member or supporter of the Republican Party in the United States.
Examples:
Republican ideology. Republican Party. Many Republican lawmakers are advocating for stricter immigration policies.
Newt.
A small, typically aquatic amphibian of the salamander family with slender bodies and long tails.
Examples:
Newt habitat. Red-spotted newt. I saw a small newt crawling from under the rocks near the pond.
Shady.
Characterized by darkness or obscurity, often referring to the atmosphere of a place, characterized by suspicious or dishonest behavior or dealings, relating to shade or protection from sunlight.
Examples:
Shady business. Shady deal. The tree provided some shady relief from the scorching sun.
Miner.
A person who works in a mine equals excavation in the earth from which ores and minerals are extracted, especially one who extracts coal, minerals, or precious metals from the earth.
Examples:
Miner strike. Miner industry. The coal miner worked tirelessly to extract valuable minerals from deep underground.
Penitentiary.
A prison for people convicted of serious crimes, a place for long-term confinement and punishment for convicted criminals.
Examples:
Penitentiary system. Federal penitentiary. The prisoner was sent to the juvenile penitentiary to serve his sentence for his crime.
Broth.
A liquid in which meat, fish, or vegetables have been cooked, used as a base for soups and stews.
Examples:
Chicken broth. Remains of broth. I always add a bit of broth to my soup to give it more flavor.
Banker.
A person who is in charge of or has an important job in a bank.
Examples:
Central bankers. Investment banker. Bankers are only willing to lend with good security.
Immortal.
Having eternal or never-ending life, living forever, incapable of dying, having enduring fame or lasting significance.
Examples:
immortal soul, immortal love. Legends often describe mythical creatures as immortal beings.
Errand.
A short trip that is taken to perform a specified task, such as to take a message or to take or collect something.
Examples:
Errand boy, run an errand. He sent me on an errand.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
Sneak a cigarette. Sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Accrue.
Of a benefit or sum of money, to increase or accumulate in number or amount over a period of time.
Examples:
Accrue to the general treasury. Benefits accrue to the community. 2% interest will accrue on your savings account.
Prestige.
Respect and admiration felt or shown for someone or something based on a perception of their achievements or quality.
Examples:
National prestige. Prestige company. The university has great prestige in the academic community.
Smirk.
To smile in a way that suggests one is pleased or amused by someone or something, often in a smug or self-satisfied manner.
Examples:
Smirk confidently. Smirk after playing a prank. He couldn't help but smirk when he heard her absurd excuse.
Churning.
The process of mixing or stirring something vigorously, often to create a frothy or creamy texture, a state of upheaval or turbulence, often referring to the stock market or economy.
Examples:
Butter churning. Churning emotions. The churning of the waves on the beach made it difficult to swim.
Zen.
A school of Mahayana Buddhism that originated in China and was later developed in Japan, emphasizing the practice of meditation as the way to achieve enlightenment or awakening. Adjective, characterized by a sense of peace and tranquility, often through the practice of meditation or the use of natural elements.
Examples:
Zen garden. Zen meditation. Daily yoga helped her achieve a Zen state of mind and calmness.
Monk.
A member of a religious community of men living under vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Examples:
Monk lifestyle. Cloistered monk. The ascetic monk spent his days in prayer and contemplation in the monastery.
Stumble.
To miss a step and fall or nearly fall, to walk unsteadily.
Examples:
Stumble financially. Stumble through life. She stumbled over the tree root.
Marinade.
A liquid mixture of herbs, spices, oil, and vinegar or citrus juice used to flavor and tenderize meat or fish before cooking. A soaking or immersion in this mixture.
Examples:
Marinade sauce. Marinade meat. I love to use a citrus-based marinade for seafood dishes.
Replicate.
To make an exact copy of something, to repeat a process or experiment to confirm the results.
Examples:
Replicate the cell. Replicate data. The experiment was replicated several times to ensure accuracy.
Anterograde.
Occurring or developing after a certain event or point in time, moving forward in a particular direction or order.
Examples:
Anterograde amnesia. Anterograde degeneration. The psychologist conducted several tests to assess the extent of the patient's anterograde memory impairment.
Amnesia.
A condition in which a person is unable to remember things, often as a result of brain damage, shock, or illness.
Examples:
Childhood amnesia. Amnesia by trauma. The accident caused her to suffer from temporary amnesia, and she couldn't remember anything that happened before the collision.
Hospitalize.
To admit someone to a hospital for medical treatment.
Examples:
Hospitalized patient. Hospitalized child. She had to be hospitalized due to her injuries.
Neuritic.
Pertaining to or involving the neurons or nerve fibers, relating to the formation or development of nerve cells or their processes.
Examples:
Neuritic inflammation. Neuritic degeneration. The neurologist examined the patient's brain scans and noticed neuritic plaques indicative of Alzheimer's disease.
Psychosis.
A serious mental disorder characterized by a disconnection from reality, often including hallucinations, delusions, and a lack of insight into one's condition.
Examples:
Psychosis treatment. Drug-induced psychosis. He was diagnosed with psychosis and was hospitalized for treatment.
Affective.
Relating to emotions or feelings, able to influence or evoke emotions.
Examples:
Effective communication. Effective response. The effective bond between the mother and child was evident.
Hedonic.
Characterized by, relating to, or focused on pleasure, enjoyment, or the pursuit of gratification, referring to the pursuit of happiness or avoidance of pain as the chief motivator of human action.
Examples:
Hedonic motivation. Hedonic pleasure. He lived a hedonic lifestyle, often indulging in decadent foods and luxury items.
Situ.
Short for situated, meaning located or placed in a particular position or circumstance.
Examples:
Ex situ conservation, in situ control. Melanoma in situ is considered the earliest stage of melanoma and has a high cure rate with appropriate treatment.
Louse.
A small, wingless insect that lives on the bodies of mammals and birds, often considered a parasite, a contemptible or despicable person.
Examples:
Pubic louse, louse egg. The child was sent home from school because of a lice infestation caused by one louse.
Profess.
To declare openly, often publicly or formally, that one has a particular skill, belief, or feeling, to admit or affirm.
Examples:
Profess innocence, profess law. He professes his love for her every day, showering her with gifts and affection.
Dorm.
A residence hall or building that provides living quarters for students or other occupants, typically on a college or university campus.
Examples:
Dorm room, university dorm. Living in a dorm can be a great way to meet new people when you're in college.
Glossy.
Having a smooth, shiny surface or finish, characterized by an attractive, polished appearance, often used to describe photographs or printed materials with a high-quality finish.
Examples:
Glossy lipstick, glossy photograph. The magazine cover had a glossy finish, making the images shine.
Headquarter.
The central office or location from which a business or organization is managed.
Examples:
Administrative headquarter, an emergency headquarter. The company decided to move its headquarters to New York City.
Reversible.
Capable of being turned or done in the opposite direction or way, capable of being reversed or undone.
Examples:
Reversible decision, reversible fabrics. The jacket is reversible so that you can wear it with the fur lining on the outside or the inside.
Irreversible.
Impossible to change or return to a previous condition.
Examples:
Avoid irreversible damage, an irreversible change. The development of agricultural technology has had an irreversible impact on humanity.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Conducive.
Tending to make something likely or possible.
Examples:
Conducive question. Conducive to growth. The quiet and peaceful environment was conducive to concentration and productivity.
Dissatisfy.
To fail to satisfy someone.
Examples:
dissatisfy the users with bugs. Dissatisfy people with service. The company's results dissatisfy everyone.
Bard.
A poet, especially one who composes poems in a traditional oral style, a singer or minstrel who tells stories through song.
Examples:
medieval bard. A famous bard. The bard's performance at the festival was the highlight of the event.
Hyperbole.
Exaggerated statements or claims not meant to be taken used to create emphasis or to make a point.
Examples:
escalate the hyperbole. Avoid hyperbole in writing. The marketing campaign relied heavily on hyperbole to sell the product.
Gall.
Rudeness and the inability to understand that one's conduct or words are not acceptable to others, a feeling of deep and bitter anger and ill will.
Examples:
gall and wormwood. Have the gall. He sometimes recalls gall past mistakes.
Turgid.
Excessively bloated, swollen, or congested, pompous or overblown in style or expression, distended or swollen, particularly in plant tissue.
Examples:
turgid explanation. Turgid writing style. The turgid prose of the author made it difficult to appreciate the story.
Blacksmith.
A smith who forges and shapes iron with a hammer and anvil.
Examples:
blacksmith welding. Blacksmith's shop. The blacksmith shaped a horseshoe on his anvil.
Order.
Intense enthusiasm or passion for something, fervor, zeal, or eagerness.
Examples:
youthful ardor. Inspire ardor. The couple's ardor for each other was evident in their affectionate gestures.
Prudence.
The quality or trait of being cautious, sensible, and exercising good judgment in practical matters, the ability to think carefully before making decisions.
Examples:
prudence in dealing with matters. Exercise prudence. Financial prudence is crucial for managing personal expenses effectively.
Tranquility.
A state of calmness or peacefulness, absence of agitation, disturbance, or turbulence, a peaceful or serene environment.
Examples:
the tranquility of the environment. Feeling of tranquility. She found tranquility by meditating in the garden.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people, a person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
A sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Remembrance.
The act of remembering or honoring a person, event, or thing from the past, a memory or memento.
Examples:
Remembrance Day. Eternal remembrance. The annual remembrance ceremony honors those who sacrificed their lives for the country.
Folly.
A lack of good sense or judgment, foolishness or absurdity, specifically a costly, useless, or pointless building or project that has been created or undertaken for no practical purpose or benefit.
Examples:
Economic folly. Act of folly. It was folly for the hiker to climb the dangerous mountain alone.
Remorse.
A feeling of deep regret and sorry, usually for something you have done.
Examples:
Remorse of conscience. Sincere remorse. I always remember that event with bitter remorse.
Unbounded.
Having no limits or restrictions, limitless, boundless.
Examples:
Unbounded optimism. Unbounded compassion. The artist's creativity was unbounded, constantly pushing boundaries with his work.
Overblow.
To blow or be blown with excessive force or intensity, often resulting in a distorted or overly loud sound, to exaggerate the importance or impact of something.
Examples:
Overblow trumpet. Overblow a rumor. The media tends to overblow certain events to create sensational headlines.
Reckless.
Marked by a lack of care about danger and the likely results of your actions.
Examples:
Reckless driving. In a reckless manner. Reckless youth makes rueful age.
Cower.
To crouch or curl up in fear or apprehension, to shrink or recoil from something threatening, usually physically or mentally.
Examples:
Cower in fear. Cower under pressure. The actress cowered in humiliation as the audience booed her performance.